I'm sure you've heard the following phrase: you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. It is essential to choose the people around us very carefully. Don't bleed in shark tanks. I'm sure you've experienced disappointment with a friend you considered a brother. It is important to know who we share our achievements and pains with. I've been through a lot of disappointments. I suffered a lot, but I learned. And that's why I'm here to share with you everything I've learned. In the midst of all the complicated life, a special bond emerges that connects moments in a beautiful way, a good thing that makes the journey more meaningful: true friendships. Valuing these connections is like taking care of a rare garden, where each friendship is like a unique, beautiful flower in its own way. Having people around who genuinely like us, who appreciate who we are, is very important. These true friends are like lights on dark days, illuminating life with affection and support. When everyone understands and supports each other, friendship becomes strong and lasts a long time. Living life as a grand adventure makes each step more exciting. Friendships, in this journey, are like bridges that connect the islands of people. Each one is different, with their own stories and ways. True friendships are like bridges that help pass through difficult moments, where we share joys, sorrows, and discoveries. But sometimes, there's a lack of trust, creating invisible barriers that hinder friendships. If trust is absent, friendships don't flourish. Understanding that trust is like a brick holding the bridges is crucial. If trust is fragile, barriers obstruct the path, preventing a true connection. Breaking down these barriers requires patience, understanding the other, and committing to building a solid trust. It may be difficult, but the reward is a true friendship that grows and becomes stronger. Valuing authentic friendships is like embarking on a learning journey, where each teaches the other, celebrates achievements, and faces challenges together. So, it's good to remember that, in the music of life, true friendships are like notes that make everything more beautiful. Valuing each friendship is like having a compass that guides the heart through life's turbulent waters, showing the right path in human connections. You know, sometimes we think that having many friends is always the best thing, but it's not always the case. It can be much more special to have a few friends who are truly good. Let's talk a bit about the difference between the quantity and quality of friendships. So, having a bunch of friends may seem cool, but the truth is not all of them are that good. It's like having a giant box of chocolates, but some chocolates aren't as tasty as they seem. The same happens with friends. Sometimes, many friends aren't as genuine and caring. What's really cool is having quality friendships. This means having a few friends, but friends who are like treasures. Friends who truly care, who are there in good and bad times. It's like having a handful of delicious chocolates that you know you'll love. Seeking real and meaningful connections is like searching for these special chocolates. It's no use having a bunch of friends just to show off to others. The important thing is to have friends who understand you, who value who you are. These true connections make life more colorful. Sometimes, some people feel a bit lonely, as if they have few friends. But did you know that can be a good thing? It's better to have a few true friends than many who couldn't care less about you. It may be challenging at first, but having solid friendships is like building a strong house that will last a long time. So, the secret is not to worry so much about the quantity of friends but rather the quality of them. It's like choosing the tastiest chocolates from the box. Value true friendships, those that make your heart happy. After all, it's better to have a few delicious chocolates than a box full of flavors you don't like as much. Let's talk about something that many people go through but may not always understand: shyness. You know, being shy is completely normal, and the most important thing is to accept it and accept yourself as you are. Stoic philosophy, an ancient way of thinking, teaches that shyness is acceptable. They believe that the first step to personal growth is self-acceptance, including the parts of us that may be shy. Understanding that it's okay to be shy is like taking the first step toward personal growth. Another cool thing that the Stoics teach is to focus on the present. This means living in the now, acting in the present moment, without letting shyness be a barrier. Instead of worrying about what might happen in the future, the Stoics say to enjoy the moment and not let shyness or concerns get in the way. And here's something cool: they advise forgetting a bit about overthinking the future when making friends. Instead of becoming obsessed with what will happen next, the Stoics say to value the journey, the path to making friends, and not just the end. So, if you are naturally shy or introverted, remember that it's okay. Stoic philosophy says that recognizing and embracing these tendencies is the first step to growth. Focusing on the now, acting without letting shyness hinder you, and not worrying too much about what comes next are Stoic attitudes that can be very helpful. It's worth remembering that everyone has their own struggles, just like us. Understanding this frees us from being too self-critical and helps build more genuine and caring relationships. So, don't worry too much about what others will think. Stoic philosophy advises us to focus on building true connections and not become obsessed with what might happen in the future. Why not give it a try? Expanding our social circles, that is, making more friends and living incredible experiences. A nice way to do this is by getting involved in volunteer activities, where we help others without expecting anything in return. It could be helping at school, in social projects, or any place that could use a helping hand. This not only benefits others but also opens doors to meet new people. Another cool idea is to participate in workshops and classes. It could be about something you already like or even something completely new. It's a great opportunity to learn, have fun, and also make friends with people who share the same interests. Just imagine how cool it would be to learn something new and, in the process, make new friends? And we can't forget about outdoor activities. Whether it's a stroll in the park, a hike, or even a picnic. Being outdoors not only benefits our health but also creates a relaxed environment to meet new people. Not to mention, it's a great excuse to share laughs and good stories. Oh, and we mustn't neglect cultivating gratitude for the friendships we already have. Sometimes, the hustle and bustle of daily life make us forget to appreciate those who are by our side. Taking a moment to express gratitude and strengthen these friendships is like watering a plant to make it grow more beautifully. So, if you want to expand your social circles, try getting involved in charitable activities, participating in workshops and classes, and enjoying outdoor moments. And always remember to cultivate gratitude for the friendships you already have. Who knows, you might make new friends while having fun out there. You know, when we trust people, it's like building a strong and secure bridge between us and others. So, how can we build and strengthen this bridge of trust? The first step is recognizing that a lack of trust may be linked to a scarcity of friendships. Sometimes, we fear opening up to others because we've been hurt before. But it's important to understand that without trust, it's difficult to build true friendships. It's like the bridge becomes fragile. So, how about taking a look inside ourselves? This is the second step, introspection. It's like diving into our emotions to discover where this fear of trust comes from. It could be something from the past or even something more recent. Identifying these roots helps us understand better and begin to build a solid foundation. And here's a valuable secret: communication. When we have trust issues, it's super important to have open conversations with the people involved. Honest and clear communication is like repairing the cracks in our bridge. Sometimes, it's difficult to talk about it, but it's an essential step in building trust. Understanding that a lack of trust can hinder our friendships is the first step. Then, looking inside, identifying the roots of this issue, and finally, having the courage to openly discuss it are the next steps. Gradually, we build stronger and more reliable bridges in our friendships. How about starting the construction today? This happens in everyone's life, changes in friendships. You know, it's normal for friendships to evolve and change over time, just like we do. How can we handle these transformations well? The first step is to recognize that friendships are like plants that grow. They go through different phases, just like us. Sometimes, some friendships become more distant, while others become closer. This is part of the natural cycle of relationships. Serene acceptance of these changes is like letting things flow. It's not always easy because a friendship that was once very close may not be the same anymore. But understanding that this is normal helps avoid sadness or disappointment. Sometimes, changes are necessary for our own growth. And how about exploring new friendships in different contexts? Sometimes, new people and experiences can bring incredible things into our lives. We don't need to forget old friendships, but opening up space for new stories and connections is like planting seeds for new friendships to grow. Therefore, the secret is to accept that friendships evolve, just as we evolve. Serenely accepting changes, understanding that they are part of life, and exploring new friendships in different contexts are important steps to build healthy relationships full of new possibilities. How about embracing these changes and seeing what the future holds for your friendships? Sometimes, life brings us new responsibilities and challenges, and it's essential to learn to adapt in a healthy way. When new responsibilities arise, such as work, family, or other significant matters, it's like life taking a turn. The first step to adapting well is to positively accept these changes. Instead of getting stressed, we can see new responsibilities as opportunities for growth and learning. Another key point is to focus on developing a few authentic connections rather than many superficial ones. Sometimes, we may feel the pressure to have many friends or colleagues, but it's more valuable to have deep and true connections. This means dedicating time and energy to those people who truly matter and are by our side in both good and bad times. Furthermore, finding a balance between work, family, and friendships is like maintaining a healthy balance. It's important to give attention to each area of life, ensuring that none of them is neglected. Sometimes, it can be challenging, but by setting priorities and creating healthy boundaries, we can achieve this balance. So, summarizing, adapting to major changes in life involves positively accepting new responsibilities, focusing on authentic connections, and finding a balance between work, family, and friendships. This way, we can build a solid foundation to face changes and move forward with confidence and serenity. How about embracing these changes and turning them into an opportunity for growth and harmony in your life? Using a Stoic mindset. This can make a significant difference, especially when it comes to building friendships and feeling good on the inside. Firstly, it's important to understand that a healthy mind is like a solid foundation for building good friendships. When we are well on the inside, we can connect better with others. The Stoic philosophy teaches us that taking care of our mind is as important as taking care of our body. Stoic philosophy is like a powerful tool to build inner strength. Stoic thinkers, like Marcus Aurelius, believe that we can find strength by facing challenges with serenity. This means, instead of worrying too much about what's happening around us, we can focus on developing a strong and balanced mind. And how about using mindfulness and meditation practices to manage mental health? These are like exercises for our mind. Practicing mindfulness helps us be present in the moment, reducing stress and anxiety. Meditation, in turn, is like a rest for the mind, providing calmness and clarity. Therefore, the Stoic mindset reminds us to take care of our mind, not only for our own well-being but also to build more meaningful friendships. Using philosophy as a tool to build inner strength and incorporating mindfulness and meditation practices are valuable steps to maintain a healthy mind. How about trying some of these practices and seeing how they can make a difference in your life? Smiling face with smiling eyes. Let's talk about something super valuable: prioritizing meaningful friendships. Sometimes, with all the changes in life, it's essential to take a moment and reflect on what truly matters, especially when it comes to friendships. During these changes, it's like we're choosing what's most important to take with us. And believe me, meaningful friendships are often at the top of the list. So, the first step is to reflect on what is truly important to us during these moments of transformation. When choosing friends, it's like choosing precious gems. Wisdom lies in choosing carefully, prioritizing the quality of connections over quantity. Meaningful friendships are like treasures that enrich our lives. This careful choice helps us build deeper and more authentic relationships. Even in a busy life, it's crucial to dedicate time to friends. This doesn't have to be something complicated, but rather an integral part of our routine. It could be a quick call, a message, or even a coffee. The important thing is to nurture these connections, even when life is hectic. Therefore, prioritizing meaningful friendships involves reflection on what is truly important, wise selection of friends focusing on the quality of connections, and dedicating some time, even if small, to these relationships in a busy life. This not only enriches our journey but also strengthens the bonds that truly matter. How about starting today to value friendships that make a difference in your life? Smiling face with smiling eyes. Something very special: the acceptance of differences and how crucial it is to build authentic relationships. After all, each person is unique, and understanding and respecting these differences are like building incredible bridges in our relationships. The first step is to accept the differences among people. Each person has their own story, preferences, and way of seeing the world. This is what makes each friendship unique and special. Instead of trying to change others, we can embrace these differences, creating an environment where everyone feels valued. When building genuine friendships, the focus should be on common values and feelings. Despite the differences, there is always something that binds us together. It could be a shared interest, a common value, or even a passion. Finding these points of connection is like building the solid foundation of an authentic friendship. Demonstrating genuine interest in others' activities and preferences is like watering the plants of friendship. Asking about their day, sharing interests, and participating in activities they enjoy are ways to show that we care. This not only strengthens the connection but also enriches the relationship with new experiences. In conclusion, accepting differences, focusing on common values, and demonstrating genuine interest are essential steps to build authentic relationships. Each friendship is like a unique journey, full of discoveries and mutual growth. What do you think about this approach to building relationships? Your opinion is valuable.